Alright, so as you can see, I've already started, and that is just because today's video is kind of a 2-for-1. I'm going to be wire wheeling the frame down, painting flat black, just to try to make it have some sort of undercoating or protection. There's no structural rust on it, it's just surface rust. And I'm sure this video is out of order with whatever either came before or came after. I don't know what you've seen, just because I spent about 2.5 hours editing a video and lost all of the footage. So I'm going to try to recover it. I got a buddy who's a computer nerd that can help me. He knows I call him that. But in case you missed it, alternator locked up on me, caught on fire. It started to smoke. There wasn't flames out of it this time, but I have had flames out of it before. And found out the culprit was no ground wire on the alternator. So somehow in between changing the motor and doing stereo and doing this, ground wire got disconnected and never got reconnected. But I did just do a big 3 on it. As a matter of fact, I'll show you under the hood. Thing needs to be detailed. So got 0 gauge coming off the alternator into the terminal block here, going up into the amp for the stereo, and then got a ground wire coming off the alternator 0 gauge down to the frame there, with a 0 gauge coming off the negative of the battery. I don't have a 0 gauge from the alternator to the battery, just because my stereo and stuff doesn't come out of the battery. My stereo comes straight out of the alternator to the terminal block. So all the battery is doing is just whenever the truck is off. So it's just got its regular, whatever this is. I want to say it's 8 gauge or 4 gauge. It could be 6, but it's not super likely. So that's under the hood, but that's all fixed. Brand new alternator, heat shrink on everything, 0 what is it, Sky High, I want to say it's Sky High, no, New Concepts, sorry, New Concepts wire. So boom, that's all taken care of. But today I already got the wheel off, because like I said, it's a 2-for-1 video. We're getting a new setup in this video too, and I may or may not have already had it on the truck, so can't show you without a big reveal. So I'm gonna be doing the rear end. Disregard what, you don't see anything over there. You don't see anything. So we're gonna be painting the rear end. Basically the trick with this, I'm gonna be doing the drums as well. The secret with this is going to be cover anything that you don't want flat black paint on. And sorry if you guys can hear me breathing heavy. I woke up super congested today. But going to be painting all of that. Same thing, cover anything you don't want flat black spray paint on. So we're going to get started in the rear. I'll set you guys up on a time lapse, and let's get to it. Alright, so got that all wire wheeled down. It's all wire wheeled down, all brake cleaned. So I'm just going to cover the shock with some paper and cover my jack up a little bit. All right, and I'm not really sure where it left off at because the phone overheated. Thanks, iPhone. But this is where we're at now. It's all painted. I might throw another coat up here. I feel like I focused really well on the bottom just because I knew I couldn't see it right now, but I knew I would be able to see it later, so I wanted to get it super coated. So leaves are all black, and then the axle tube, what is on this side, is all black. I'm gonna have to figure, I'll probably get the wheel back on it and then put paper or masking tape on the inside of the wheel so I don't cover it in black paint to do the rest of the axle tube when I'm doing the other side. And then on the gas tank, I did not spray paint my gas tank. That's this tire foam that cleans dirt and stuff off the tires, so I figured it would work well on that. So I did all of these lines and everything. I did cover my rock lights with tape because what good are rock lights if the lens is completely black? And then I did basically just up to the leaf spring mounts on both sides. The frame rail behind here, I didn't pull it out and do it just because it's really a pain, to be honest, and I didn't feel like doing it. So I didn't feel like pulling out the fender liner with all the rock lights in it. So I pulled back like what I could and painted it. I don't know if you can even see it if it's too much low light. But yeah, so I'm gonna maybe throw another coat on this and then let it dry, go inside, grab a sip of water, because I'm feeling like absolute death right now. And then get the wheel on and move on to the other side so you guys can't see the wheels. Alright, so this is all I really cared about right here was how does it look 10 feet away. I don't care if it looks perfect. Just wanted to get rid of that eyesore. I did start to paint the frame underneath the doors and stuff, but then I realized I'm running a little low on paint, so I got to make sure I can get both sides to match, and then I can worry about the side frame rails another day, just because I can do that with the wheels on the truck and everything. But I'm gonna walk slowly towards the truck, keeping the back wheel out of frame. Yeah, that's it. So I just masked off the spring so the spring stayed silver. I'm gonna clean underneath here still after the paint dries, but I'm gonna get the wheel on and start on the other side. I taped off the threads on bolts and stuff like that, the grease joint or grease fitting, and then up there for the shock, so all that stays nice and clean. And then I did cut the zip ties and pull the brake, the wheel speed sensor out of the way, and then make sure I didn't paint over it. So yeah, I don't know, I don't see any light spots. Maybe the phone will pick it up, but with my eyes I don't see any light spots. Obviously I didn't spend a crazy amount of time on it, but you know, it's a 15-footer type of thing. All right, so here we are with the passenger side. Use the big brush to knock off all the big areas. I got a small brush now, going back through, and then she'll be ready to paint. So sorry if I'm not filming it much. My phone overheated not filming anything and just sitting in the garage, so haven't been filming much, but essentially it's gonna just be the same process as the rear, except for there's more stuff in the way. So I'll check in with you guys whenever it's all done. Right. Finished up the passenger side. Same thing, just taped up all the silver pieces and all the threads of all the bolts, and covered up the nuts as well, and like the tie rod and sway bar and link and shock and everything. I think this side actually turned out better than the driver's side. I'm not worried about doing the brakes because I'm going to be doing new calipers and rotors. So these, I think, are the original calipers. I did rotors and pads a while back, but I'm going to go ahead and just redo everything again. Just might as well at this point. But yeah, so gonna put the wheel back on this side, then I'm gonna knock out the back, and I'll do a reveal of the wheels and show you guys the frame and everything. I am gonna run out of paint, so I'm not gonna do under the cabin stuff today. Just the side piece, but that's not a big deal at all. That's super easy to do. Getting ready to start on the passenger side rear. I don't have the gas tank and stuff to worry about on this side, so that's good. But I do have a full stainless exhaust, so I want to make sure I cover up wherever it might get overspray on it. But got to cover the shocks, cover the exhaust, and then should be good to go. I know, I keep teasing that it's almost done and this and that. But this is what this side's all done. Wipe down the fender liner, paint it all up. Since I was in here, went ahead and wiped down my exhaust. So if you don't know the best thing for it, keep the camera pointed down. WD-40 works actually better than PB Blaster, but I didn't have any, so I just used PB Blaster. So wipe down your stainless, and it takes like 2 minutes. It looks not good as new, but better than it was. All right, so I know I keep saying the next clip is gonna be the reveal, the next clip is gonna be the reveal. So I'm gonna do this one last thing. I'm gonna cut to a time lapse of me doing a quick wash on the truck and the old setup. I mean, obviously you're one hit. You can't see them sticking out of the fender, so it's gonna not be wides. But yeah, let me throw this on and should be good to go. Boom, just like that. And now, time for the reveal. Boom. So, yeah, went with, this is actually a Denali wheel. I don't have center caps in them. Center caps, I was too excited to wait the 6 days that it was gonna take for the center caps to come in. But, got them on the truck. I went with, it's a 285 60/20 Toyo RT Trail. It's like 34 inches tall by 11.5 wide. Really, I don't know, I like the way it fills the wheel well up. So, cut the wheel. That's it with the wheel straight, so fills up the wheel well nice. I haven't checked to see if I have full turn or not. That's full lock. It rubs the fender liner a little bit, but it's soft there, so that should be fine. And we're clear on the back. You can see all the front frame and everything. Let's cut it the other way and see how it clears. I know I told you guys I was going to time lapse cleaning the truck, but I gotta be honest with you, it's too friggin' hot, and I was too friggin' excited to show you, so I think it looks really good. Got room back there. And got room up there. AC, man, it sweats so much, but it's ice cold. Yeah, so my center caps will be here in 5 to 6 days, I think. Maybe it was 6 to 7, but I think the center caps in it, it'll look really good. Now the wheels are not new, they're not perfect. They do have a little bit of curb rash right there. But I mean, the truck is filthy, so once the sun goes down a little, I'm gonna wash it and wash my black 22x12 so I can post those up on Marketplace so they can free up some money for something else. Yeah. I did drive around on these a little bit yesterday. I took them back off this morning before I started the video so I could do a reveal. Yeah, that's them.